Okay, so I'm just going to proceed with set C because I can. I want to skip set B. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so let's continue with this set. Okay, for the first question, so I'm noticing a pattern when we're doing the revision or the questions that are going to be tested on. Basically, first, they're just going to ask about non-zero vectors. And then they're going to ask you about, like, they're going to give you a diagram, like a triangle, and ask you to calculate the vectors based on the given vectors. And then, oh, this one is new. I didn't know this. This one is testing on, oh no, wait, no. No, exactly, yes. C would be like three coplanar vectors, x, y, and z. So this is for x, y, and z. And then D is direction, basically. Okay, so let's do the first one. Given the non-zero vectors A and B are not parallel, calculate the values P and Q for, okay, yada yada yada. So let's follow the technique from the last video, which is gonna be, let's just equate these to 0. 3p plus q minus 4 equals to 0. And then let's make q as a subject because we're going to do substitution in this case. And making q as a subject is way easier because I don't have to divide it by anything. So it's going to be 4 minus 3p. Kan? 4 minus 3p. Yeah, betul. Okay, so now this is our first equation. So let's substitute that into this one. 2p plus 3q minus 5 equals to 0. Equate it with 0, and now I'm going to substitute it into this question. Sorry, into this equation. It's going to be 2p plus 3. 4 minus 3p plus 5 equals to 0. So that's going to be 2p plus 12 minus 9p. So negative 7p plus 7, right? Yeah. Okay. Equals to 0. Where p equals to 1. Because negative 7, p equals to negative 7, so p equals to 1. Okay, now we already have p, let's find q. Okay, so let's substitute into q from equation 1. So q equals to 4 minus 3, 1. Okay, p equals to 1, q also equals to 1. So let's move on to b. Okay, so b, diagram 1 shows a triangle ABC given that AB equals to 5x. And then AC equals to 4y. AN equals to 3NC. And BM equals to 3 over 5 BC. So I'm guessing, hold on. I'm guessing AC has 5 parts because AN is equal to 3 of NC. So this is 3, this is 1. That's how we get to this conclusion. And then BM equals to 3 over 5 BC. So same thing. Okay, so I express in terms of X and Y for BC. Okay, fine, let's do BC first. So BC, I can take BC, BA, and AC. So let's do that. BA plus AC. So we have BA, we have AB. So when it's BA, it's going to be negative 5x. So AC is 4y. Okay, that's basically it. Okay, now for BN. So since earlier we are given the ratio AN equals to 3NC. So this basically means that AN would be 3 over 4 because there are total 4 parts here. So 3 over 4 of AC, which we already have here. Okay, so since we want to find BN, we're going to go here to here, right? So basically it's BA plus AN lah. Okay, it's going to be BA plus AN. So BA is negative 5x, as you all know. Okay, so AN is 3 over 4. 3 over 4. 3 over 4 of AC, which AC is 4y. So it's going to be negative 5x plus 3y. Yeah, that is the final answer. This and also this. Okay, so we've already solved that. Okay, now for C. So C, normally you would test on 3 non-coplanar vectors. So basically x, y, z. So over here in the question, OP, OQ, and OR are 3 non-coplanar vectors such that OP equals to this coordinates, OQ equals to this, OR equals to this. So each of this actually represents x, y, and z, the value of x, y, and z. Okay, so given that OT equals to 3 times set value minus OQ minus 2 times OR punya value, determine the vector OT, determine the vector OT, and then the magnitude of OT. If the line OT is extended to S such that OT equals to 2S, find OS and PS. Wow, so many work. Okay, let's do it one by one. Okay, so first let's find OT. Okay, this one is space. I'll do it up here. So this is C, right? Okay, let's find OT. So OT equals to 3 OP minus OQ plus 2 OR. So we basically multiply it with the values given, 4, 2, 3. That is for OP. And then minus OQ is 1, negative 4, negative 6. And then we times 2. 2, negative 1, 1. So that's going to be 12, 6, 9. 1, negative 4, negative 6, 4, negative 2, 2. Okay, so let's add it according to which coplanar vector it belongs to. So for example, this is for x, this is for y, and then this is for z. So we are going to add it according to that. 12 plus 1 plus 4, 6 minus 4 minus 2, 9 minus 6 plus 2. So 9 minus 6. I didn't notice that. Yeah, because there's this over here. Okay. Plus 2. Kind. Yeah, I think I forgot it for this one also. So that's gonna be 6 minus negative 4. And then we minus 2. Yeah, please take note of this symbol here. Okay, so once we add those all up, it's gonna be 15. 10. Oops. Oh my. Just jumped down there. Okay. 15 and then 10 minus 2, 8. 9, 15, 17. Okay, so this is OT. Okay, now that we already have OT, we have to find the magnitude of OT. So I'm just gonna do it here. Okay, so right, the magnitude of OT. Okay, so magnitude of OT would be the square root of all of this value here. So, tak payah pun. 15 squared plus 8 squared plus 17 squared. Square root that. Where's my calculator? Okay, hold on. 15 squared, 18 squared, 17 squared. that is going to be 17 cert 2 kan. Hold on. Yes, betul. Okay, so that's going to be 17 cert 2. Okay, that is for the magnitude. So we've already done 2 tasks here. So now let's do if the line OT is extended to S such that OT equals to 2S. Okay, find OS and PS. Okay, so if OT equals to 2S, then we can simplify that and make it 1/2 OT equals to TS. So basically TS is just 1/2 OT lah. Okay, so let's find OS, which would be OS, wait, let me do it down here. Okay, OS would be OT plus TS, because we already found TS over here. So earlier OT, that would be, hold on, OT plus TS is 1/2 OT. So it's going to be 3/2 OT. Tapi for OT, we don't exactly have like a full equation. But we do have the values of OT which we found here. That's why we are going to substitute all those values down here. So that's going to be 3/2 times 15, 8, 17. And then we're going to get, I think it's 45/2 kan? Okay, 12, 51/2. Yeah, 51/2. 51/2. So that is for OS. We are finding the values of OS. Okay, now for PS. So PS, do we have any information for P? PS, we do have OS. Okay, we have OS. And then we have OP. So I think we can make do something there. So for PS, there are actually 2 ways you can do it. You can do it like OS minus OP. But how I like to do it, because that way is kind of confusing, I prefer doing PO plus OS, because I can see where, you know, it connects. Okay, so PO would be the value here. But since it's OP, and once you change to PO, we have to negate it, which is going to be -4. -4, -2, -3. And then OS would be the answer earlier, 45/2, 12, 51/2. So that would be 37/2. And then 10. Yes. And 45/2. Don't forget the bracket. And there you go. That is the answer for PS. So yay, we've already finished C. That was quite a lot of work for 6 marks. Okay. Now for D. Okay, the diagram on the right shows 2 vectors OA, okay, OA and OB, express OB in the form of xi plus yj. So this is like I and j is basically ups and downs, left or right. Okay, so let's first, okay, since OB is equals to 5, -2, so we can just put it in the form I and j. It's going to be 5i minus 2j. So yeah, that is the answer, which is, wait, gotta write it properly. OB equals to 5i plus 2j. Oh, sorry, minus 2j. Okay, BA in the form of x and y. BA. So BA, we can just do BO plus OA, or if you want to, you prefer OA minus OB, up to you, but I prefer BO plus OA. Gonna do it here. BA equals to BO plus OA. So that is, okay, this is OB 5I minus 2J. So if it was BO, we're gonna negate the positive 1, and then we're gonna like positive the negative 1. So, okay, and then OA would be 2I plus J. Okay, so that is going to become, okay, right, yeah, betul. Okay, negative 3I plus 3J, right? Kan? Okay, wait, there is a blunder somewhere. This is supposed to be tambah. Okay, baru betul. So BA would be negative 3I plus 3J. So now we want BA in the form of X and Y, this form. So I'm just gonna write down where I is representing X and J represents Y. So it's gonna be negative 3 and 3. Okay, so that is for D. Why is there another B down here? Okay, fine. Calculate the magnitude of each of the following vectors. Okay, when it is magnitude, we just need to find the square root of all the values. So it's gonna be 3 squared plus negative 2 squared. Oh wait, oh no. K, it's supposed to be 1. Why is it 1? Because there's only 1 K, so it's gonna be 1 squared. Even though there is a variable there. Okay, don't write K. Don't write K. Okay, so yada yada yada. Hold on. 3 squared plus negative 2 squared plus 1 squared. Search 14. Okay, now for the second one, so the same thing. It's gonna be negative 1 squared and then plus 4 squared plus 2 squared. Okay. 21 square root 21. So yeah, I think that's basically it for set C. Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching.